Chicago, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You have your wisdom teeth?
Yeah.
Why?
The doctor said it helps my jaw, so when I'm down on your mother all the time, it just really helps me get down there and munch for hours on end.
Smart doc.
Mm-hmm.
Good doctor.
That's what I thought.
You go to a doctor instead of a dentist? That doesn't make sense.
That's why he doesn't have any gallbladder. The Red Sox are 8-9, 9-10 at this point in time. The start by Tanner Houck was the worst in franchise history. Alex Cora said, quote, "I'll take blame because it seemed like our team wasn't ready to go." You think, Alex? You think? Houck, as Ray just mentioned, lasted 2.1 innings in the lopsided loss, allowing 12 runs, 11 earned. Here's another story for you. The Red Sox and their friggin' errors. Gave up 10 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 20 total batters faced. Since 1901, no Sox pitcher has allowed as many as 11 earned runs in as few as 2 1/3 innings. The only one close was Doug Bird, who surrendered 11 over 2 2/3 innings against the White Sox in 1983. Houck is now sporting a 9.16 ERA through 4 starts this season, relinquishing 19 earned runs over 18 2/3 innings of work. Absolute shit show for the young pitcher. Cora went on to say, "The defense has been bad. The offense has been bad. We've been inconsistent pitching wise. Those are 3 pillars of baseball, and we haven't been good." Wise words from the manager of the Red Sox. You suck at defense, you suck at offense, and you suck at pitching. It's tough to be good when you're not doing those 3 things. Any thoughts there on the historical outing by Tanner Houck?
Bill was right in the text exchange. You need to go out to get someone to help out Garrett Crochet in this pitching rotation because obviously you just got shit right after Crochet. There's nothing there. Houck looks like absolute garbage after last year's. He was average last year. Now he's just abysmal.
He's an all-star last year.
Yeah, now it's just abysmal. This is just terrible. You can't hit. They're all complaining that it's too cold. They go to Chicago. They play the White Sox. They get off the plane. Oh, it's still cold. They fucking get their doors blown off by them. They lose the series over there. I mean, it's just the Red Sox are just on paper. They were supposed to be great and fighting for a playoff spot, and it looks like they're just back to reality, the bottom of the AL East.
They just seem like a disjointed mess. Like they don't seem like a team. They're just like a collection. They're all over the place. Every game they lose by a different reason. There's no consistency to what's going on there.
They're a weak-minded loser mentality baseball team. You lost 2 out of 3 to historically the worst team in baseball history in the Chicago White Sox. After you survive a sweep against the Blue Jays in walk-off fashion, you walk into Chicago, you get 5 errors in a game, 2 pitcher interferences by something named Sable that has no business being on a baseball field. To your point, Bobby, they're finding out different ways to lose every game. These are signs of a team and a franchise that has adopted losing as opposed to adopted winning. And it takes a lot to get out of that. It takes obviously talent, but it takes leadership, which Alex Cora is not showing a fucking ounce of. He
hasn't for a couple of years now.
The hammer needs to start coming down on Cora. And there are, baseball managers, kind of a dime a dozen. Look at Dave Roberts in LA. He doesn't do anything. He's just
he's got so much talent over there that you don't have to.
$1 billion worth of talent. There's very few managers that are difference makers in the game. This point in time. But when you got a team like this. That a franchise is trying to dig its way out of the basement, and you've got such loser tendencies, you don't need a front-running guy like Alex Cora who can manage big egos to a World Series. You need some guy with hunger and heart, and that's kind of the essence of your team, more or less. That's what the manager does in baseball now. He kind of projects himself onto the team, and right now, Alex Cora and his front-running pussy ways are being projected in every manner fashion. You combine that with the fact that they've sucked for the last 5 years and haven't had an ounce of support from ownership to get better. And here you go. Every third game, you've got a 7-5 win against Tampa like they had with Alex Bregman going 5 hits, almost 3 home runs. and your stars show up. Garrett Crochet shows up every fifth day and pitches well. But on the in-between, you get blown out 16-1 and you get smashed by the worst team in baseball history with 5 errors in the White Sox. Your inconsistency is baked into that. So it's a long season. Baseball is a very long season. They've got talent on this team. They've got assets to acquire new talent if they want it. They've got pitching rotation coming off the injured list, which is not great. Brian Bayo's not great. Lucas Giolato's not great, but probably better than what they have. But yeah, if they're serious about this, they're certainly going to have to make moves come the deadline, maybe before the place you have to start the starting rotation. No doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
However, you lead the league in strikeouts. You lead the league in errors. You're gonna have to fix at least one of those things if you want to be consistently fucking competitive. You're striking out double digits every game, and it's a fucking wild card out there if anyone's gonna be able to field a ground ball.
Is it weird that like the whole batting lineup, like everyone's cold at once? Like obviously it takes a little bit for them to warm up. I get it, but to have everyone consistently be cold right now, it's just fucking baffling.
Well, you can take a real hard look at the approach, and a lot has been made of the analytics team in Boston that they have doubled down on. Alex Cora came out a couple of days ago and said you can't choke up and just put the ball in play. That doesn't work anymore. I hate to hear that.
Is that why Bobby quit baseball? Was that why you quit? They told you to choke up and you can't do that anymore, Bobby? You can't just put the ball in play?
I was told it was all dingers, and I was going for dingers.
He learned it from his mother. I can't help it. I just,
I mean, it's there. It's there. You guys got to say it.
I know. I'm just alley-oop after alley-oop I'm putting out here. God.
Shoot, baby. Just some statistics for you. It is a game of stats in baseball, and I am old school, so I'm going to give you some old school stats. ERA, earned run average. They're 22nd in the league at 4.38. Batting average against 26th. Not good. Strikeouts, there's a 3-outcome league. They're 11th, a little better there. Walks, 18th. That's your pitching staff. Hitting, slightly better, not great. 13th in OPS. 9th in average, 20th in home runs. So for a team that's focusing on home runs and striking out the most in the league, you strike out the most and you're 20th in home runs. Something's not adding up there. And they're 7th in runs. So, and then as I mentioned in errors, they've got the most on the season across the league with 20. Look, you're 9th in average, you're 13th in OPS. They've got talent on this team. Their lineup on paper is good. And they were good last year. Their lineup has always been pretty good. Their pitching is clearly still a problem, but their approach friggin' stinks, and their leadership stinks. A lot of pressure needs to be put on Alex Cora, and a lot of pressure needs to be put on this analytics staff and their approach at the plate. I'll just say this. In closing, I'll give you guys the last word. Don't be surprised in May when the weather warms up and these fruitcake baseball players get a little more comfortable there in Fenway for them to go on an absolute heater and shut all of us up until October comes back around and they climb back in their clamshell because it's a little chilly out there in Boston.
I'm going to counter that with, if they're still looking like shit come May, middle of May, Alex Cora's got to go.
Ooh, that's a big contract. That's a big, long contract to pay for if no one's coaching.
But look what they spent this year. They actually went and spent money like we were all bitching about for years now. Go spend money. They actually go do it, and now your manager is just fucking dropping the ball. Like, you said it yourself. Like, he's not really helping the cause. Like, he doesn't seem like he wants to be here. He's kind of making excuses. Like, is it time for Alex Cora to say, see you fucking later? I know you got that fat contract. Is that why he's just doing his due diligence and just, like, going through the motions of being a manager?
He may be, and it may be the right call, but I don't see him doing that $8-something million a year for 3 more years left in the contract. And with the power of a manager being very little,
he's making $8 million a year. He is robbing the Boston Red Sox. He is legitimately holding them up at knife point.
Yep. Yes, it is. Yeah. You cheat, you get suspended, you get an $8 million contract.
I know, it's great. Well done.
American dream.
this is America. All right, quick break. We'll be right back with a little Celtics talk. All right, we are through the first round of the NBA play-in tournament, and the Boston Celtics have their matchup. They are going against the Orlando Magic in round one.
Has played very well late in the year since Corey Joseph went into that.
Magic fans want Boston.
That is a chant that did not go well for the opponents of the Boston Celtics last year. Through every round, every fan base chanted it, and every fan base went down.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel like
a team with the player with the last name Dick.
No.
Yeah,
Is he on the Magic?
Yeah,
Is
Grady
it?
Dick. Yeah.
Grady Dick's on the Magic?
Nice.
I think
nice.
so.
Good
Pretty
series.
sure.
I don't, all the talk, everyone pretty much agrees, and it's for
No,
good
Toronto.
reason.
Sorry, Toronto.
Fuck.
It's Canadian.
Okay.
Not gonna be the cakewalk that it was last year unless the dominoes fall. Although the East, I don't know. Who's gonna challenge them. I will say this. I put it in here. Orlando has the third best winning percentage against the Celtics this year. The first is the Thunder, who went 2-0. Then the Cavs, who I think were 3-0 against the Celtics before dropping a couple.
2-1
They're 2-1 total.
against the Celtics. Yeah.
The Thunder?
Oh no, I said
mean
Cavs.
the Cavs.
I think the Cavs. I think we broke up their winning streak.
Or 2-1, so they're 2-0, and then the Celtics got the last one. And the Magic are also 2-1 against the Celtics this year. I'll just give you this. Tell me what you think of it. This is from NBA.com. The Celtics led the NBA in three-point makes, 1,457 of them, a single season record, and attempts 3,955. Strong enough to boast their effective field goal percentage to 5th overall. Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Jason Tatum all surpassed Celtics franchise records for most three-pointers in a season. 4th, 5th, and 6th, respectively, among NBA season leaders all time, I believe. As for the 61 victories for the Celtics, 54 came on nights where, this is important, pay attention to this. 61 victories this season for the Celtics. 54 came on nights where Boston made as many or more three-pointers as their opponent. What's that math? 54 out of 61, Boston made as many or more threes as their opponent. When they failed to make as many threes or more, the Celtics were 7-14. Let that sink in for a second. I don't think it was that drastic last year. Now I don't have the statistics in front of me, but it does not feel like they were that reliant on the three-pointer last year. That would be an interesting study if someone wants to do that. What did they look like in the regular season when it comes to wins and three-pointers made against their opponent? And then how did it change in the playoffs? Because it doesn't feel like they shot as many in the playoffs, or certainly
they didn't.
Make as many.
It did no. They toned it down in the playoffs some. They tightened it up.
Well, it may not bode well for you against the Magic. The pattern held against the Orlando held, but the Magic, who ranked last in both three-pointers and accuracy, won the series against Boston in the regular season, combined 15 for 73 in their 2 victories from 3. Orlando excels in the three-point game defense. The Magic gave up fewer makes and attempts beyond the arc than any other team in the league. In their 3 games against Boston, Orlando held the Celtics to 11.5 attempts below their season average. So, give them a shooter's chance, the Orlando Magic. I don't think they're going to get it. I don't think they're going to win the series, but I think they're going to make it difficult on them based on these statistics and just watching, the eyeball test and the record.
I got 2 things for you. First, Richard, last year they made 17.8 three-pointers per game in the playoffs. So there's that. So I don't know what they shot. They didn't say it, but the second thing I have for you is the 2 losses we have against the Orlando Magic. December 23rd loss in Orlando, 108-104. Jason Tatum did not play that game. January 17th, they won the Celtics in Boston, 121-94, full Celtics squad healthy and good to go. April 9th loss in Orlando, 96-76. No starters played in this game. It was Sherman, Pritchard, Craig, Cornette, and Hauser. That was our starting five. So I think all the numbers are getting skewed. A lot of these Magic beat guys are like giving up high hopes, but yeah, you didn't play against a full healthy squad except for one time and you got your doors blown off. So gentlemen sweep. See you later. Second round.
Raymond coming with facts towards you Magic beat writers. You could just take that and shove it right up your ass, Magic beat writers.
Yeah.
They did, those are good statistics against the Celtics. I didn't give them a sniff either, but that statistic, Magic gave up fewer makes and attempts beyond the arc any other team in the league. That goes beyond the Celtics. So they got length. They play hard. The Wagner twins hate the Celtics, and they play.
One of them's not playing though. One of them's out with a knee injury. So you're missing one.
Fuck them. Sweep. No gentleman sweep. They don't get a game.
All right, fair enough.
I was going to go sweep anyway. I don't. Yeah. Look, let's. The next note here in our email, Bobby, is Jaylen Brown's knee, which kept him out of games towards the end. All reports are he is fully healthy, ready to go, which I would expect nothing less of the Celtics. I don't believe it. I know that they shot him up to the friggin' moon with pain pills. If Jaylen Brown's fully healthy, I don't give the Magic a sniff at one game in this series. Blow them out, leave no doubt, and rest up for the next series.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
100%. They shouldn't play one extra game than they need to. That should be the 100% strategy. 4 and out, don't play any extra games.
I like that. Yeah, don't toy with your food. More interesting to me is the rest of the playoffs. So East playing, you've got Heat versus Bulls probably tonight, right? I think. The winner of that.
Right, the playing game, right? It's going on right now.
Yeah. Okay. So winner of Heat Bulls plays the Hawks and then goes on to play the number 1 seed, the Cavs. Probably no contest there. Although, did you see Trae Young get ejected?
He's such a douche.
He's a douche, and so are the refs. Like everyone,
the
whole thing involved are just douche. Keep Trae Young. Trae Young's been linked to the Celtics more than once. Keep that guy.
Oh God, no.
From my team.
Also, Heat are up 71-47 at halftime against the Bulls.
Well, there you go.
Thank you. So we got Celtics Magic there in the 2 seed matchup. Knicks Pistons is an interesting one to me. I was bullish on the Knicks last show until I found out they were 0-16 against the top 4 seeds in the East this year. I take it all back. They suck.
And once again, another playoff series. Pistons aren't letting fans from other than the Detroit area buy tickets to go there. So if you're in New York or New Jersey trying to go to Detroit, you aren't able to buy a ticket.
God love Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
God bless them. I hope they beat the Knicks in 7 in Madison Square Garden. That'd be amazing.
Sweet. That'd be sweet. With Detroit fans just fucking causing a ruckus.
Yeah. Then you got Pacers versus Bucks. Damian Lillard not ready to start the playoffs.
Out for the first round, yeah. And so Doc
so
Rivers elimination.
Yep.
West playing, you got Kings and Mavs. Winner plays the Grizzlies. Winner of that goes on to play the Thunder. You had a prayers up for Ja Morant who rolled his ankle. I didn't see any gun salutes after that, but
I saw a red dot when he sprained that ankle.
Someone sniped it. Pew pew. Number 2 seed Rockets. No pub for dicking down Ime and the Rockets this year. The number 2 seed in the West.
Mm-hmm. They're good. And young.
He's got him playing.
You're gonna take him. You're gonna take him over Steph and the Warriors.
Yep.
I think it's a good series.
I think that goes 6.
One of the more intriguing.
That goes 6.
Watch.
Yeah, I think it goes 6.
I'm just not. Steph is almost in Brady territory at this point. I'm not. I just
can't bet against him, kind of thing.
Can't bet against him. If you're a betting man, the odds are in your favor to bet for Steph Curry than against him. So run the odds, take the money as far as you can. Lakers Timberwolves. This would have been interesting last year. Timberwolves seemed like after that cat trade, they never really got it together.
Nope. But hopefully the Timberwolves can pull it off and send Braun home.
You want him on the first round? You don't want to see the disappointment?
No way. That'd be way better than seeing him go to any other round, get eliminated in any other round. First round exit for LeBron and the Lakers.
What's better, first round exit or losing to the Celtics in the finals?
First round exit.
I think that's true, but it would be nice to see his tears and Luca's tears against the
I'd
Celtics.
love to see a Lakers Celtics finals. That would be interesting.
Well, no shit.
I'd like
No,
to
the
watch
NBA would love to see that too. The amount of money they'd make off that
It'd be
shit.
way more fun than Thunder Celtics. Thunder's fucking boring. God.
No, I'll take a Lakers one. We can beat up on that fatty Luca again.
I like that.
Imagine though, it's a Cavs and fucking Thunder. How Adam Silver would be bit.
Oh.
How do you market that? How would you market Cavs Thunder? Like
Nothing
You wouldn't even try. Because it would be a waste of marketing dollars. Just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Just OK Corral fucking commercials and like whatever heart disease pills.
It's just a bunch of commercials for open buffets.
Yeah. You got Nuggets or his Clippers? Here, Clippers, another team that I have heard nothing about all season long.
They're always hurt.
The NBA is so fucking trash.